My name's Doug Sayers. I've been juggling about 21 years now. Started when I was 8. There was a little art show that I went to, and there were jugglers there teaching at it. That's where I learned fairly quickly, in about 5 or 10 minutes to do 3 balls, and the rest is history, I guess. When I was practicing quite regularly, I was probably practicing about 3-4 times a week for an hour and a half or so. And I would try to structure my practices with my weakest prop being first, and I would spend the most time on that prop in order to get better all around. I started doing that and found better results. So warm-up routine, whatever prop my weakest one that I felt was at the time, I'm just going to show you, hang on. So it'd be 3 objects. If it was balls, I'd start normal cascade. I'd keep it the same height, and then I'd try to work on the longest dwell time I possibly could, and then I would also do short dwell times. And that way, I would be able to adjust how far a ball is coming down before I throw the next one, right? Or if I'm trying to make that adjustment another way, so that later on, and when you're practicing numbers, you can, make those corrections and adjustments a little bit easier, because you're always looking for them. But you're looking for them so you can correct the pattern in the best way possible. So that's one of the things that I would do to warm up. High throws, high and slow, high and fast, but also keeping a very, very particular timing of those throws too. What I would do with 3 balls is basically 6,0 if you were to do that in side swap notification, but it'd be 6x0, sorry, because I'd always cross it. It's basically a 3-in-1 hand pattern, 6-0-6-0, but you're switching hands, or you can put any ball anywhere you want, whether it's straight or whether it's crossing. So it looks about like that. And if you were to put that on one side, it's the same rhythm as that. And I would really be structured to the precise heights, the precise timing, just really internalizing everything. Well, there'd be the tricks that I just want to make sure I can still do, and then the tricks that I'm still learning. Kind of want to get a feel of where you're at with those tricks every practice session. So when I was training for crotch throws, like Alberts or whatever you want to call them, I would do a few throws at a time, a few different times. So just pick a number, 10 throws. So I'd do 10 throws, and then go back into a pattern, and then I'd do it again, do it 3 times. And that's how I would kind of structure my practice, and I'd build on it from there. And then, I'd do a few runs of just trying to go as long as I can as well. That's kind of a tough question, because I'm a risky kind of performer. I've heard other styles, you do it 9 out of 10 times. That's pretty standard. And then it's stage ready. But if I'm feeling good about a trick in the moment, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll take the chance. And I feel like, for me, at least in the style of performing that I do, the audience kind of appreciates seeing, something on an extended level, I suppose, just out of your comfort zone for performing. I think the 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 rule is pretty good in general. If you're going for cleanliness, keep practicing the basics as much as you want to move on from that. It's hard to know when you're ready, but the fundamentals are extremely important. When I was 8 years old, I learned to juggle 3 balls. And I knew that there was a few tricks here and there, but I didn't know a lot was possible, and YouTube wasn't around. I didn't really progress in my juggling until about 4 or 5 years after I learned. So I was able to do 4 balls, synchronous, asynchronous, a little bit of crossing, and half shower and stuff like that, but I had no idea what was out there. And that kind of helped me in a way, because I got really good at what I could do and what I thought was possible. I'm seeing that now I'm not doing as many fundamentals anymore, and that's kind of screwing up my left hand throws or whatever, and I realize it's really important and it's something to pay attention to, rather than just moving on to some really awesome, cool trick that you try over and over again and get once. That'll help the consistency as well. Form and, really thinking about what you're doing. That's important. I have Facebook. I'm not on there all the time. I try to be if I know someone is, needing help or something. I'll try to respond the best I can. So, I mean, I have a YouTube channel, but I don't really use it that much anymore. So I've kind of been on a 4-year hiatus, so to speak, for juggling. But yeah, Facebook's best.
All right, thanks so much.
Cool. Thank you.